For a good while now, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's story has been getting more and more popular. The latest news is that Johnny Depp may have been receiving death threats.
The threat of this enemy has already caused immeasurable tragedies.
And who are these threats coming from? Well, none other than the father of Amber Heard. That is definitely shady, not gonna lie. We have a video of Amber Heard herself confessing to these rumors. Find out about the death threats against Johnny, what Amber said in response, and much more in this video. This video from Amber Heard has been getting pretty viral on social media, as Amber Heard seems to be making a confession in it. Well, for the start of the video, she actually just appreciates her fans for supporting her and being there for her.
I just want to say thank you so much to all of my online supporters, and my fans.
But as the video goes on, you will notice that she addresses the topic of death threats eventually.
Thank you so much for everything that you do to support me. I know it ain't easy sometimes, but I appreciate it. But also, sorry for the death threats.
Amber Heard, who seems to be at some beach at this point, says, but also sorry for the death threats. Thank you, love you. So who made the death threats against whom, and how did Amber end up confessing to such allegations? Continue watching to find out. It basically started when Johnny Depp and his ex-wife decided to not live with each other anymore and get divorced. Fans weren't particularly happy with the divorce, but 1 year after the divorce, things started to get really bad for both of them. It started by Amber Heard, of course, when she spoke up against Johnny Depp in an interview. Now, Amber didn't explicitly say that her ex-husband did this and that to her. Instead, she just hinted very strongly that her ex-husband had been abusive towards her. The internet was shaken by her words, and for quite a few days, there was chaos everywhere. The hardcore fans of Johnny Depp never believed these allegations for a single minute. However, as the case went on, things continued to take a very interesting twist. In case you're wondering how Johnny Depp responded, well, he filed a lawsuit against Amber Heard. The defamation lawsuit, worth $50 million, claimed that Amber was falsely coming up with allegations against Johnny, that they were not based in reality. During this time, Amber claimed that she still had bruises on her limbs and body, which was meant to show how Johnny would beat her up. The fans would not buy that at all. What happened later in 2020 was about to change the facts of the case forever. Make sure that you watch this video till the end. Amber also responded legally, attempting to dismiss Johnny's case by claiming her initial allegations that she had made in the first place. People were quick to point out that if the abuse really did happen, why didn't Amber go straight to the courts? The fact that it was Johnny who took the matter to the courts went a long way in making people think that the story presented by Amber Heard wasn't exactly complete. Amber would now refer to Depp as a monster and claim that he would throw ping pong tables at her. And that would definitely be something if it were true. When 2020 came, things began to get really tough for Amber Heard. The Daily Mail released a bunch of recordings which were made public as well. These were basically telephone call recordings between Amber and Johnny back from when they were still married. The call records show that the couple had been fighting with each other, and at some point, Amber just says something that literally proves that she had been abusing Johnny. In the call recordings, this is what you would hear Amber say.
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable.
Oh!
I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched. These words were enough to enrage all of the Johnny Depp fans out there. According to them, the case just turned in Johnny's favor. Before we move forward, let me remind you that after the allegations were made by Amber, Johnny was fired from Pirates of the Caribbean almost immediately. Social media has not been very forgiving about this issue as far as Amber Heard was concerned, and called for her removal from Aquaman as well. In fact, it is rumored that at this point, Aquaman may get cancelled very soon, and it would be because of fans wanting Amber held to the same standards as Johnny Depp. Now, just to update you on the whole death threats from her dad thing, it was actually the person that would fix the cars for Johnny and Amber that came up with this. So this man, David Kalaki, worked on classic cars owned by Amber and Johnny both. Referring to a hostile situation that resulted in the couple fighting with each other, he describes how Amber Heard's reaction was completely unjustifiable. David says, and I quote, "The response I received can only be considered as an extremely hostile response from Amber." We've definitely mentioned this in previous videos, but this just goes on to show that Amber Heard wasn't exactly mentally stable during this whole fiasco. The fact that it was a common occurrence for her to lash out at someone who was basically a mechanic started to trouble people. If you continue to read what David submitted to the courts, things begin to get really interesting. David said that he did tell Amber that the dispute between Amber and Johnny meant nothing to him and he would like to stay out of it. But according to David, Amber hated that response. Describing Amber's reaction to his simple request, David actually helped open the eyes of a lot of people. He said, "Her first reaction was to verbally abuse me with expletives, threats, and a continued rant over what she considered a financial downturn of her personal finances caused by Mr. Depp. At one point she said, 'You mother effer, you're screwing me.'" I would like to think that statements such as these from people like David only help in proving that Amber wasn't exactly mentally stable. Admittedly, when I first heard about this whole issue, I was divided between Amber and Johnny. I always did have a soft spot for Johnny, but I never intended to support what many were calling an abuser. As time passed by, Amber successfully proved to herself and everyone else that people were right all along to trust Johnny. First, those phone calls in 2020 proved that even if the abuse was happening, it was coming from Amber Heard. These calls couldn't prove if Johnny was not abusing Amber, but they definitely proved that Amber had been hitting Johnny, and that it was clearly upsetting him. When you think about the fact that it was Amber making all of those allegations, you'll probably start to feel a little bad for Johnny. In case you're interested in how Amber's father actually threatened Johnny, here you go. Apparently, this is what Amber's father had said. "He is ruining my baby girl's career and blackmailing her in Hollywood. And when I get to him, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. I'm from Texas and men from Texas carry .45s, and Johnny is going to meet the effing end of mine." Yeah, that's a death threat. It's as clear a death threat as anyone can get, really. And the fact that Amber has been going on beaches and commenting about this issue so casually never fails to amaze me. After the phone calls, another issue was brought to light that said that Amber could have been defecating on Johnny's bed during their marriage. I don't know about you, but when I found that out, I came to the realization that that marriage was anything but healthy. Now the fact that Amber's dad wanted to kill Johnny is just proving that again. I hope you liked this video. If so, feel free to comment down below your own thoughts about this and if you think there would be any case where Amber's dad's death threat would be justified. See you all again shortly and have a wonderful day.